Hello everyone, and thank you so much for joining today's webinar. Today we're going to talk about creating a presentation. Creating a presentation is not a hard task, but AI can make it even easier, and it can make it easier and more efficient as well. Today we're going to compare two tools. On one side, we're going to look at NotebookLM, and on the other side, Claude. They both come with advantages and disadvantages, and you are going to be able to pick the one that best fits your needs and customization needs as well. However, in order to get there, we will need to use other two tools, Gemini and ChatGPT. Gemini is an optional tool. We are going to use it for anything that might integrate natively with Gemini. For example, if you're running a report for Google Ads, Gemini is very handy. Otherwise, it becomes optional. So let's dive right into it and let's see how we can make it happen. So let's assume that I want to create a presentation about the performance last month of a Google AdWords account. And I'm picking a Google AdWords account simply because I want to make sure that we are actually using a platform that Gemini integrates with. So we can see why in this case I want to use Gemini, while in other cases I mentioned it will be optional. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to simply type, please create a report for the last 30 days, for the last month actually, that I can then use in Claude and NotebookLM to create a presentation about last month performance. Now please note that Gemini is directly integrated in Google, so it's going to be able to read data from this account. This is not going to be possible, for example, on Facebook or Meta, how they call it today, where there is no direct integration. In that case, you will need to take screenshots and plug them into Gemini, and that's why I prefer for that ChatGPT. It does a better job. Gemini is just more convenient when you're doing a Google-only report. So as you can see here, it is generating, or it's already generated, enough data that I can copy and paste. But what I'm going to do is asking Gemini to provide even more details. Please provide even more details. And I'm gonna get enough data to then later use on ChatGPT. As you can see now, this report is a little bit more detailed for me. So let me see if there is anything else missing here. I'm just comparing the two reports, making sure that everything is good. Please now provide keyword insights. So as you can see now, I'm asking to go a little bit more in depth, and I'm gonna start pasting this into a new ChatGPT conversation. Okay, the keyword insights are ready. So as you can see here, it's not the prettiest when you paste it in here, but it does its job. And what I'm gonna do now is the following. I'm going to provide a few details to this report. The website URL. I'm going to provide the information about the fact that I wanted to use on Claude and NotebookLM, and I'm gonna paste it in here. So just open another tab to extract the URL. This is gonna take just a minute on my end. Okay, so I'm gonna be like, for design purposes, use the color coding of this URL. Sometimes they're able to extract the logo, so I'm gonna write the logo can be extracted from here. Create. instructions that I can plug directly in either Claude or NotebookLM to create a modern, visual, and very easy to digest presentation. And I'm gonna let ChatGPT works right now. As you can see, the prompts are being created. Very detailed prompt that it's gonna generate here. While this gets ready, I'm going to prepare NotebookLM. As you will see in a second here, NotebookLM is gonna open with a window where I can copy and paste text as a source. So I'm gonna open this right here. And for Claude, I'm just having a chat window open. The slides are ready. And what I'm gonna do next is I'm going to take this prompt and I'm gonna paste it here, and I'm gonna click on Insert, Report, Webinar, I'm gonna call it, and when I click on Slide Deck, this is gonna take a minute. Sometimes it fails as well, but you got to be patient. Please create a presentation using the instructions provided in the pasted text. So as you guys can see here, the presentation is essentially ready, and this is Claude. And the presentation from Claude is very nice. It has all the information that I wanted. It's more of a corporate design, that's how I like to call it. But the information is there, and there is even more than what I asked. Very well structured, very little to edit, but it's amazing. Essentially, all I got to do now is to read it through, fix a few things. For example, you see some of the icons here have a question mark. Just so you know, I can literally ask Claude in the reply box, please fix some of the question marks that are in the presentation with icons, so I can take a screenshot and tell them to fix it, essentially. But it's a very good design, and here I can say in some slides the icons are replaced with question marks, please fix it. But I can also download this in PDF and ask the platform to fix it. So this is essentially what you are signing up for if you're using Claude. You're signing up for a corporate look design. You're signing up for a few minor things that you might need to fix yourself or fix with Claude, but nothing major. Now, as you can see here, it's already working on fixing those icons. It understood what I wanted. When it comes to NotebookLM, the presentation is a much more visual design. He picked up the wrong logo for the company. Things like that will happen, but the design is much more modern. So essentially, when you decide to use NotebookLM, you're going to get a lot more graphics, a lot more designs, less of a corporate look. So depending on whom you are presenting to, you might choose one over the other. Now, in both cases, the presentations are downloadable in a PowerPoint format, which is very helpful because you can actually make the edits you need if you need to work on a presentation. But bear in mind, you can also upload these presentations in Canva if you use Canva. That could be very handy, particularly if you have some images already saved. But as you can see here, the presentation translated perfectly. You click on Enable Editing and you can edit the presentation. Now, bear in mind, one thing that happens with NotebookLM is that these are images. So they could become a little bit complex. So the reason why I mentioned Canva is because if you like this design, and you want to use this design over the design that we just created with Claude, which is fully editable. So let me show you guys what you can do when you download a presentation from Claude, and bear it for a second here until it opens up. Okay, now I'm opening up the presentation from Claude, and you will see that all the texts are editable in here. So many people choose Claude because of this, because of the fact that, oh, now with NotebookLM, the text I get is the text I get. So here, for example, I downloaded it from Claude, and as you can see, everything is editable. So that's why many people prefer Claude. However, there is a little trick, and I'm gonna show it to you guys in a second. So allow me to quickly open a Canva on my other screen, and we're gonna see a little magic happening here. When you go into Canva, what you want to do is to simply click on create a presentation, and we are gonna show you how to edit a presentation from NotebookLM, even in the text or the images. So first of all, you need a Canva Pro, obviously. This is like mandatory, otherwise you're not gonna be able to use the feature that you need. And you should be able to just drag your presentation in here, and it is going to start a design upload. We will see it in a second. Once it's ready, it will pop up right here. See, the design is right here. You're gonna click and apply to 17 pages, and it is still an image, so you can still not edit. As you can see, I can move it around, but I cannot edit it. However, if I click on edit right about here for the image, you have a Magic Studio, which comes with two features, Magic Grab and Grab Text. If I click on Magic Grab, it's gonna scan the single slide, and it is going to identify items I can grab. So if I want to grab this one right now, it's not picking it up. Oh yeah, it just did pick up the logo. I can click on grab. There we go. And now I can delete this, and then I can try to grab this other component and clean it up. So again, I'm gonna click on Magic Grab, and I'm gonna try to grab this little piece here. Let's see if it does that. 1 and 2. Let's see if I can grab this one here. There you go. I grab it, and now, oh sorry, I will need to probably repeat the process a couple of times. Now if I want to edit the text, I'm gonna click on edit and grab text. That's a much easier one. It actually picked these up, so I'm gonna select them both. So hopefully I might be able to remove this text using this. As you can see, change the font a little to the closest font that you find in Canva. So there you go, I can delete these and edit the text. So this technique needs to be repeated on every slide where you want to make edits. Now to remove the NotebookLM logo, there are a lot of free apps out there where you can upload a PDF presentation and they remove their logo, so you can download it as PDF and do this change last. But as you guys can see, we were able to fully edit a NotebookLM presentation using Canva. So summarizing it, guys, the two options that we have are Claude and NotebookLM. NotebookLM has some limitations in terms of what you can edit because it creates images when you download the presentation. Claude is fully editable, and you can also chat with the bot to optimize it. The chat in NotebookLM, when you ask for changes, it gets tricky. Sometimes it gives you text answers, so it becomes very complex to get changes done to the presentation. At least that's my finding. If I type it here, let's say, please create a different opening slide design. Most times, instead of doing a new slide, it just gives me a text answer. Sometimes it does the design, so it's very hard to figure out how it reasons. Right now, it's creating the slide deck. Sometimes it just gives you an answer. Claude is much easier to chat with it. But if you're looking for something fast and still good looking, Claude is the way to go. If you're looking for something much more visual, NotebookLM is definitely your choice, using Canva to edit it. And this concludes our first episode of our webinar series about AI. Today we covered how we can create a presentation using AI, and I hope you guys found it helpful. If you have any comments, please feel free to reply right here on LinkedIn, and I'm looking forward to spending some time with you guys on our next episode. Bye-bye.